So how beauty standards these days change to the worse. We're about to look at Edvasian's little video here talking about the situation. And I do think that in many ways, in many scenarios, people have taken a little bit of a higher step when it comes to social media and deciding on what is good and what is not. But I'm very curious to look at what his thoughts are. But before we get into the video, make sure you like this video to help the algorithm god spread it around a little bit more. And also sub to the channel if you enjoy these reacts. And also, if you're interested in coming in and hanging out with Twitch chat over there, then feel free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. Now let's get into it.
Morning, welcome back.
Good morning.
Before you watch this video, I need to see your ID first.
Oh.
I mean, I love your confidence. Just need to confirm some things. You can never be too sure with all this Photoshop going around. By the way, I had to get rid of J-Hope in the background because the camera kept focusing on his face instead of mine. What the hell, man? I know my voice can sometimes sound AI coded, but my face is literally a real face. He was just a drawing. But if you're like me, you might have a lot of doubts about what someone looks like online. Is that your real face? Do you partake in mewing?
I think that often whenever I see like celebrities and Instagram models and stuff like that, I always assume and always think this is a lot of makeup, this is a filter, and this is photoshopped. I think always these three things, because in the end of the day, their goal is to look hyper, like unrealistic to the maximum beauty standard you could ever imagine. Because that's how they get their marketing. They want to be as appealing as possible to new people.
Are your parents' names A and I? There are now mixed race
that is
people.
weird.
Do you
Look at that
partake
shit.
in mewing? Are your parents' names A
Look at that.
and I? There are now mixed race people who are half human, half filter. With the way beauty technology has evolved to be almost undetectable to the untrained eye,
also, it's not about that also being like incredibly like insane nowadays. The fact that how good AI filters are. It's the fact how easy accessible they are for people nowadays as well. So people can easily get used to it. You don't need to be good at Photoshop or good with technology to use an AI filter or use like a Photoshop app to fix yourself really quick.
We're able to pop into a clinic during lunch and come out as a new sim character. I'm starting to wonder, have we
I've
gone
seen
too
this. This
far?
is, by the way, for Turkish plastic surgery. They keep posting these pictures like this is real. Like, come on. Let's be real. This is not real. She didn't look like this and come out like that. Also, for second of all, this is makeup. This ain't no makeup. Better picture as well.
With the looks maxing to the point where our faces have strayed too far from the original plot. What
Yeah,
is
it's
this?
too far,
Hunter
too big of a
Hunter?
change.
Which I thought was a kid's show because the artwork.
Or if the
It is not.
video's loud.
And I know looks can change as people get older. Maybe you went from the nerd genre to an emo concept during 2002 to 2003, but unless you're hitting a spontaneous adult puberty 7 to 8 times during your lifetime, our faces should stay relatively the same.
Pretty much.
Segue into facelifts.
I mean, the thing is that the only thing you can do different about your face is like reduction of fat. That is pretty much it. You will more have a defined jawline and you will look different whenever you lose weight, but that is pretty much it.
Plastic surgery procedure that eradicates all your wrinkles, geared towards people who are older and want to correct signs of aging like sagging of the face. I need to know what inspired the first person to do it, like the first person that milked the cow. We're not talking about the viral botched facelifts that we've seen on TikTok by Dr. Kim. The Chinese surgeon with a Korean last name, who's famous in America, with training from Seoul and a clinic in Japan? Talk about Mr. Worldwide. But more so the procedures performed by the wickedly talented surgeons who can somehow defy the laws of gravity by how their clients' faces just snap back into place. Did they dabble in time magic? Some of these results are insane. Take this picture for example. If I had to guess how old this lady is, I'd say she's in her 30s, early 40s.
I think she's 38.
Turns out, after getting a facelift at 59 years old, she's de-aged herself so much, she's ready to debut as a Targaryen on House of Dragons. How is this even possible? Are you sure this isn't a before and after of someone getting older?
I think that was like an awful, like she's the like sad picture of 38 woman
In the wrong
lady.
order?
I don't know.
I thought real life reverse aging was still in its Kickstarter research phase. Where were the patch notes for this buff? I didn't get the memo. When plastic surgery is done correctly by a really skilled professional, it's amazing to see what it can actually do for someone. Especially now, when looking old is an insecurity a lot of people have. Society, man. Aging is a blessing and we should embrace it. But come on, who wouldn't want to open up a fresh save file with a new character, now with pretty privilege?
Of
You
course.
know a facelift was properly done when the patient looks more or less the same. They now look like the 8 hours of sleep every single night for 40 years version of themselves. Although, I have this really funny picture in my head. Unless a 70-year-old senior citizen gets work done on their entire body, I'm just imagining a frail 4-foot grandma showing up to bingo night in her Skechers windbreaker combo with a yassified, bold glamour face.
Yes. God damn.
Approach everything you see.
Bro, imagine if grandma went from this to that. I think that, like, if that was real, now that would be the biggest freaking advertisement for a plastic surgery ever. Why would you do plastic surgery until you're like super old? Like, Jesus Christ. Bro, she
everything
bad.
You see on social media with
Oh,
a grain of
hell
salt.
no.
Sometimes
Granny
pictures
can
can
get
be
it.
faked. Well, technically anything can be. This one here had me confused. The change was so drastic. This picture came from a clinic in Turkey, and I really didn't.
Dude, I don't think this is real. I've seen these photos so many times. Like, bro, this ain't the same woman. How is this the same? How is this the same lady? Her lips are different. Her nose is changed. Yeah, sure. Her lips are different. Her eyes are separated. Look how her eye positions are. Bro, they're not the same spots.
Believe it after.
Why did her eyebrows change as well? Like, why did her eyebrows change like different way where it's growing?
I understand that she got 2 years worth of plastic surgery. That includes a facelift, blepharoplasty, and a nose job. I swear, this is clearly two different
Bro, they
people.
changed her
Just
head.
look at the eye color. But then I looked a little closer. Why would a plastic surgery clinic go through all the trouble of finding someone with a similar face structure who's also conveniently older? Seems like a lot of work for something you could easily disprove. I think the surgeon that worked on this face was just really skilled. But I do suspect them of photoshopping and face tuning the after photo to an extent. Maybe
I bet they did a great job on her, but I don't think they turned out like this. I think this is Photoshop. Because look at the eyes, man. Bro. Okay, I get it. She's tired here, but listen, I think they probably did an amazing job. And it looks somewhat similar to this, somewhat, but they also Photoshopped the hell out of this.
threw in a couple.
Oh, wait, no neck? Well, this is, I mean, she's wearing a niqab. Like, she's not gonna show her hair. Like, that's against her religion.
Beauty filters here and there as well. And with the different eye colors, I'm realizing it's just contacts. As a connoisseur and victim to the blue eyes cosplay curse, this
Wait,
is
the neck?
amazing. Maybe
Did you see the neck? Oh, you mean this?
and a couple beauty filters here and there as well.
No
And with the
religion,
different
yeah.
eye colors, I'm realizing it's just contacts. As a connoisseur and victim to the blue eyes cosplay curse, this is a K-pop idol contact lens stare. There's a phenomenon with celebrity ages recently, where they can look somewhere between the ages of 30
When they
to
show the
60 in the span
ooh.
of 2 years. 1 year they'll look like their age, and then in a year or two, they show up as a cosplay of themselves from 10 years ago. There was a trend of taking out your buccal fat a few years ago that swept through social media. Pronounced cheekbone.
Am I the only one that feels really weird about removing stuff like that from your body? Like, I get it. You can look prettier, but I don't know. Like, the thought about it feels so weird. I don't know.
And angular jawlines were in. It doesn't matter if you can't read when you
I
can
feel
just
like
eat the
icky
books.
thinking about
But
that.
now we're realizing the fat in our faces are the preservatives that keep us from aging. Like that bag of salad you bought last week that you forgot about. Oh,
I will say it again, facial fat is good fat.
True.
With the rise of these two trends, we're losing fat in our face, and that can lead to premature aging. Fat in our face is supportive, especially in our mid-face. With rapid weight loss, we see flattening of the cheeks, which leads to deeper folds below. With buccal fat removal, we're losing some of the support in our lower face, which can also lead to jowling down the road. Celebs were the leaders of these two trends, and that's why I think we're going to see them going for early, subtle, quiet facelifts.
so the people who have taken out their cheek fat are regretting it, putting it back in, and topping everything off with a facelift to look youthful again. Our faces are customizable to an extent. This isn't a video game where you can change your appearance as much as you want with money without any repercussions. I always wondered what happens to your government-issued IDs when you buy a new face. Like, you'd have to take the photo again, right? A TSA agent
I think you have to, right? Like, why would you not? Like, you can't go to and take a look. I mean, maybe not, because you have like a pass, right? You have a pass that tends to live up to 10 years. So whenever you like take it as a 12-year-old, you can still use it as a 20-year-old, but you don't look anything like as yourself whenever you were 12, you know? So maybe not.
Is gonna look at your passport and think, if you're gonna
Some countries do that with beards too. Interesting.
fake an identity,
Okay.
at least scam someone who
I
looks
never
your
had the
age.
issue.
There's even instances where people weren't able to return home after getting cosmetic procedures done in another country.
Interesting.
And that's when it dawns on me,
Bro, this fucking guy. I think this dude put oil in his arms, by the way. I think this is the guy that put a bunch of oil in his arms. He looked like, I don't know, he looked like an abomination because of that. And I think they popped as well.
realized
No, he did not. Okay, maybe just all plastic surgery like just looks the same.
person in my passport photo anymore. Because I've had so much plastic surgery. Anyway, so I end up having to say to them, look, I've had some plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like everybody that does plastic surgery like this look exactly the same. Like I feel like they lose their identity in a way. They seem like the same individual. Dude, he looks fucked up. Like he's like so out of it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody that does plastic surgery like kind of look the same.
I had a facelift, and only then did they let me through. I suppose you want to see my passport photo.
In 2017, a group of 3 women were unable to return from a trip to South Korea after receiving cosmetic surgery. The travelers from China were detained by border officials who were unable to recognize them through bandages and swollen faces. Did
Well,
they
that makes
literally
sense.
roll off the operating table and attempt to fly? You need at least a few weeks to heal up a bit. They face swapped too hard that the facial recognition machines at the airport got confused. If I looked at my passport photo and then looked in the mirror and saw 2 different faces, I would never even think about attempting to get on a plane.
Hi,
Even though
Bear.
I'm
Good
not doing
morning.
anything illegal,
The rest of
the
all, dude.
stress I would feel would make me think I am. Even AI has changed our perception of how we recognize human faces online. Did you know that
Yeah.
99% of pictures have been digitally altered to some extent?
Yeah,
How do
I
I
know.
that? I just
I
made it
think
up. See how easy it is to get fooled on the
No,
internet?
I don't think 99. Did he see 99%? No, I don't think 99%. But I think I think we're getting to like 90% when it comes to e-celebrities. When it comes to people that are out there representing themselves, and generally any celebrities that are using their looks as a marketing tool, I think 90%, maybe 95% of them are definitely using some form of modification on pictures and videos to make them look better. You know, when you look at a movie, you think that is how the actor look? First of all, it's a plow fuck ton of makeup, and second of all, they even use CGI to make them look better. They do.
How do I know that? I just made it up. See how easy it is to get fooled on the internet? Just like how this cute Asian girl motorcycle influencer fooled the nation. Flashing a
Oh, this one is the best one. I love this one. This is a man. This is a man that used the AI filter to make them a woman, and they had thousands of fans wanting to they gave them money and kept on donating. And one day, I think she streamed or something, and the tool fucked up, and they revealed that that was a dude with long hair. This was the funniest thing ever.
youthful grin in various selfies with a twinkle in her eye. She was known to thousands of Twitter followers as a beautiful biker documenting her life in Japan. That was until recently, when the true identity of this thrill-seeking
Yeah, there she is.
young woman was revealed. He's actually a 50-year-old man.
There you go. Yeah, young people were cooming over a girl on the internet and giving them money, but it was actually just a 50-year-old man with a filter. Can you believe that? Yeah, 50. See? This is and you think whenever you look at that pretty girl on the internet and you sit there and or the pretty dude on the internet, you sit there like fucking slobbing over them and wishing you look like them, or you think they're hot, just remember this. Keep this in mind. Most things you see on the internet is fake.
Face app on his phone. Man, that's crazy. Who would use filters to make
Trust you're young or 7. Wait, Addy, how old are you? Be real. I don't trust you. You're young or 70 or something. You guys sound like a 70-year-old man. Listen, at least my VTuber model will stay like this kind of whatever the fuck age forever. But I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think I sound even 70, man. Maybe I'm 56. You sound like 25 or something. You're like nearly close on the bingo. It's crazy. Not the voice, mate. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at my face. I'm gonna be real. The thing is that me in real life. So here's the thing with me in real life. I work out all the time, and I also have actually cheekbones. I have a little bit like he mentioned that little bit of fat makes people younger. I have a really young face. So I think I will be 40 and I'll look 20 years old. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have that gene in me, like, that will turn me into like a 20-year-old whenever I'm old anyways. I wouldn't need this plastic surgery. I'm good. Anyways, I'm a VTuber. Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna say looking like this anyways.
A fake identity to gain.
Until the balding start. I'm not balding. It's not happening. As long as I don't stress.
Following. The man, who goes by the name Zhongli,
Shut up!
confessed that he used an AI-powered face-changing app to make himself look like a young woman. No one will read what a normal middle-aged man taking care of his
I hope I
motorcycle
never
and
bald,
taking
man.
pictures outside
I don't
posts on
want
his
to. I don't think I'll look good bald. I don't think I would look good bald. I think if I was balding, I would actually go for those hair transplants. I would 100% do it.
account. He said, according to a translation by BBC News, I mean, yeah, that's pretty privilege in a nutshell.
Guys, I'm not 20 something. I'm 40. Yeah, I'm 45.
During their early stages, later, into a translation by BBC News, I mean, yeah, that's pretty privilege in a nutshell. 4 years later, and he's still doing the same thing. At least her bob is fa. During their early stages, beauty filters were so janky. On pictures, they weren't too bad because they were easier to control and more predictable. These were the 3D face mesh filters that are overlaid on top of your face. They basically just sit on the surface of your face.
He's gaslighting us to believe he's not 45.
They're even more unpredictable in video form. If you turn your head slightly to the side or something goes in front of your face, the filter will start glitching and you'll have to...
The worst part is that this is getting better. This technology is getting better and this flickering is being reduced more and more. You cannot... I've seen filters now that where you can go look to the right, left, and up and it won't like flicker at all.
Come up with an excuse of why your face shape is doing aerobics during a live stream.
So it's like this, and like...
What the fuck? Imagine Forsen using those.
AI beauty filters
Forsen will still look dead.
Learning. After digitally scanning your face features, it'll pull from its large database of faces that are deemed conventionally attractive, and it'll recreate those facial features on your face. We're familiar with the bold glamour filter,
yeah,
right?
it is.
The infamous beauty filter on TikTok that makes you look like a realistic, better version of yourself.
So it takes your face, scans it, compares it to a bunch of other internet images, which these images most likely perpetuate unrealistic beauty standards, which is why it looks like this. But then it takes those learnings and then redraws your face.
This graph is what AI will create when you ask it to create an ugly face versus an attractive face. And apparently you can have
Interesting.
messy or wavy hair, because that makes you ugly. Guess we'll be adding get a silk press to my weekly activities. That 50-year-old man who could only take pictures of himself as a kawaii Japanese girl can now make a feature-length
Oh my fucking god, can you imagine? This is a man. Bro, I don't know, like, we're losing. Like, what is happening? If a man looked like that, my god.
film where he can eat, sleep, and stretch his skin without the face filter disappearing.
What the fuck? He's so cute too, dude. These AI, they gotta stop, man. This AI is taking over.
录像，那么直播的话，它这个其实已经是很完善的，包括像这种捏脸什么的，它都是一个常规操作。这个东西是不会破相的。
Look, see, he can look how the technology has evolved. He can like stretch his skin and it doesn't fuck up.
其实已经是很完善的，包括像这种捏脸什么的，它都是一个常规操作。这个东西是不会破相的，就是包括什么戴口罩啊，或者这个吃个饭什么的。就比如说这个吃个饭，等一下，我先把这个美颜关一下。
You know why they made it like that? So that men can do mukbang and record themselves as women and people watch it.
不然的话，等一下会影响。
See? Yeah, see, now you can eat. Now you can eat and it won't flutter at all. Because there's a lot of people in China Actually, a lot of people in many places in the world, it's not even China, but it's more popular in East Asia, where a lot of people are lonely, and whenever they eat dinner, they tend to watch people eat mukbang, and they would prefer that a cute girl is doing the mukbang, so they have someone to eat with. So that's why this kind of content is a moneymaker.
喝水，然后什么摸脸，然后什么捏脸，这种。
Someone get him a voice changer and a Douyin account.
Yeah, exactly, and he will make millions.
Cute influencers already have to compete.
You know, fuck being a VTuber. I'm gonna go do this. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go be a hot lady on the internet.
In the saturated market of thousands of other cute influencers. Who knew your biggest competition was actually your own audience? And it's not just our faces we can alter, but our bodies too. We've seen those exaggerated Jaffe body proportions in Floptropica, and people replicating SpongeBob's tall, dark, and handsome legs. Yes, her body T, but being tall with anime figure limbs.
I remember this guy.
Has its disadvantages. It's getting harder to tell if someone's real or completely AI
Dude,
generated.
mukbang while you're at it, Eddie. Bro, this like how like can you think about how little your stomach is if this is your body? Like, how are your intestines? Like, I don't know, man. That's fake as fuck. Yes, it is. We did it on the video. There's a filter where it suppresses their waist, and the dude you saw earlier, by the way, this guy here, he does the same thing. He's actually good. He's actually working out on rep, but the filter, what it does is suppresses his waist and widens his shoulders. And people use this. People use this. I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna be real. So as a man that likes tall girls a lot, this will bring out a lot. This is a way to be an Instagram model in some sort of way, to make yourself like long legs and keep this kind of trend. Like these things, all these filters are doing is kind of isn't feeding it's kind of just feeding all of the kind of influencers that are trying to use basically all of these looks as marketing tools. That it seems unhealthy and weird, and this is something you can't capture yourself. It is kind of uncanny valley to look at this like waist in itself. I can agree on that, but in the end of the day, this works. People don't think that far. They just look at it and be like, oh my god, it looks good.
Is this look achievable with hard work, or are we seeing something a machine created? Or is it a mix of both? Aside from these exaggerated body proportions, there are filters that are so subtle you can't even tell there's a filter on until it comes off.
I mean, you can. Like the whole, did you not see the whole bed? Like I would have to double check, like her whole bed is waving.
Who knows how many of those gym influencers are actually posting pictures of themselves unedited? I'm sure they naturally look great, but it's hard to resist that temptation to give yourself a bit of an edge, especially if
Why would you not make yourself better? Like you might be working out, you might be looking good, you might be looking great. But why not make that image better than it is? This is just extra. It's like having a cake. It's like having ice cream and you put sprinkles on it. Of course they will edit it and add filters because it's lies. Do you think they care? They don't care. This is their way to make money. This is their business. I do, yeah, but you're not them. You're the consumer and you won't know most of the time. They don't care about it. And most consumers don't, because they don't know about it. Most people will be baited about these photos. They will not know in any sort of regard, in any degree, that these photos are photoshopped or if this is a filter.
Everyone else is doing it. Using an undetectable filter on your photos is the...
Bro, look at that ass. Like this looks weird. Like she's been dragged up, man.
standard. That's where the bar is at now. Once you start making yourself look different online,
Her
it's
back
hard to
is
go
where her
back to a
ass should
filter-free
be.
face. But maybe we'll start
looks
seeing
weird.
a
It
movement
did.
or a trend in the future where we get so sick of people looking the exact same, it'll be in to look a little funky. Or maybe you don't care and you're happy doing a character creation screen on your own face.
I'm never gonna trust selfies anymore. I don't trust anybody anymore. Fuck this. I don't. If you're not on camera, I can't even trust cameras anymore, man. Now screw this. What if you send these pictures like that? What if you? I don't know, something funny. I thought about something funny. What if you AI Photoshop yourself to a woman, like as a dude, like, and you send job applications like this and see how many more applicants like responds to you? Do you think that will work? Like, I mean, it will be awkward when you show up, but like, what if it works? Yeah, I thought so. 100% will, because I feel like if you're an attractive girl, like if you're an attractive lady, you probably get more responses on your job application than instead of like a dude. Works always. Guessing whether the selfie is real or fake. Beauty is a huge factor in getting hired. Yeah, I think so as well. Beauty is... Man. Man. All right.
Man, those two wolves inside of you are constantly fighting. You're either the before look of the main character from True Beauty, or the after. If you guys ever have a suspicion that I've been replaced with AI, you have permission to check my fingers and toes to make sure I have the correct amount. One of them might be behind a paywall though. Apparently, it's not in to show your feet for free on the internet. But rumor has it the YouTube algorithm has some pretty nice floor grippers. Pay it a compliment by giving this video a like. That also lets me know you enjoyed the content, and I'll get to see you next time I post. By the way,
I know.
I'm going
And I talked about that earlier, Koru-chan. Like, these things are... It's awful for younger generation and people that are admiring e-celebrities and people like Instagram models and stuff like that, and celebrities in general, because these things are often fake. And you sit there and you're like, why don't I look like this? I wish I looked like this. I wish I was the skin. I wish I had this body. But in the end of the day, most of them are like fake.
to Singapore for the first time. Any
Man, you can add those filters to OBS. I think I have an idea. Yeah, just stream like a lady, man.
Recommendations of what to do there? I was so surprised to learn the cities people are watching me from. Singapore actually ranks third. Salamat, ni hao ma, nei hao ma. Is that what you guys speak? I hope that's correct. True. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Wasn't there a correlation between celeb worship and low IQ? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Like, I don't give a fuck about... I'm gonna be real. I've never cared about celebrities. But maybe there is. I don't know if there's a study around that. But I'm gonna be real. I don't care about celebrities, man. The only people I care about are people I look up to. And I don't look up to an actor or a songwriter or anything like that. But if you do, it is what it is. But maybe. I do think it's a little bit sad though, because like there's more of a younger generation that gets like kind of conflicted about these things, and I don't think older people do. I don't think that people like older. I don't think people could like close to their 30s or people I guess like young 20s to 19, like 15, 13. They are the ones that really get baited about these kind of beauty standards. Don't really exist at all because it's all AI filters. So it's kind of sad. But yeah, it's always like this. Then so many times, even though you perfectly know that they're fake, you just think to yourself, maybe this is a strange one. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think a lot of people are A lot of people dabble in these things and will reflect on, regardless if they know it's fake, they will still reflect on themselves in many ways and be like thinking, I wish I had looking like this more, you know? And people will, and that's where things goes into plastic surgery, because they want to get onto those steps that are unreal, that are not realistic, and that's why they want to change themselves. But I'm gonna be real, if you want to change yourself, you want to look better, listen, it's so easy. You don't have to modify your body. You don't have to AI. Go work out and eat, but I guess that working out is too much because it involves work in it. But yeah, working out, makeup, good to go. You're perfect the way you are. And if you don't want to do that, you're perfect the way you are. You doesn't matter what other people view you. All that matters is that you love yourself. And that's all that is. But regardless, this video was fun. I like this video a lot. Make sure you like this video to help the YouTube algorithm spread it around, and also sub to the channel if you enjoy these kind of videos. And also, if you want to come and hang out with Twitch chat over there while I do my reacts, feel free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. I'd appreciate to see you there. There's a link in the description. Regardless, hope you all having a great one, and I'll see you there. Bye.